just left from Bowie. You're good.
Oh, you're right.
Look at Leah. Hi guys, smile.
Keep going. You're good, brother. See what she did.
You need stuff in this chest.
I know. No move there? No dance move there? No.
Not yet.
Please be seated. Friends and family, John and James, we are gathered here today on this beautiful but very hot Saturday to witness and celebrate the marriage between John and James. Now, before we get to the serious stuff, there's some things that John and James would like you to know, as well as some things that my research team found out about both of you. So I asked John and James to share some things that first attracted them to one another. James said this about John. The first thing that attracted me to John, but let alone each other, is probably how polar opposite we are, but have so many things in common. He is a very simple guy, does what needs to get done, and loves me unconditionally. On the other hand, I like to have everything in the world and make sure that I am loved. And that is what he does, no matter the circumstances. We both focus on never going to bed angry, and still haven't to this day. I take that back. Maybe twice the whole 9 years, but not everyone is perfect. We always communicate with each other what is happening, and I just love every aspect of our relationship. I love John for who he is, no matter if he gets under my skin on purpose to see me get angry. John had this to say about James. James has an upbeat personality and wit about him that just makes me want to be around him. He has the uncanny knack of being able to get a smile on my face even when I don't want to. He is carefree and willing to take chances and be himself, regardless of what other people may think. He's free-spirited but also driven, both personally and professionally. He holds himself more accountable for his choices and actions than those around him. That is what has always drawn me to him. While we sometimes may have strong difference of opinion on things, we still manage to listen, understand, appreciate, and value each other's opinion respectfully. James has helped me grow in that area, and hopefully I've done the same for him. The next thing I asked for John and James to give me was a couple of quirks that, now that they're getting married, they're going to have to just deal with, right? As husband and husband. James said, John literally has the ugliest closet I have ever seen, and it irks me a lot. I throw away the things I do not like, and then he has to rebuy them, because it's the 21st century, John, not the 80s. John says about this about James. One quirky thing that I'm going to have to learn to live with is not having any counter space in the bathroom. James makes it a point to spread all of this stuff, hair gel, facial lotions, creams, hair dryer, hairbrushes, yes, that's plural, eye cream, face soap, etc., over every inch of the counter space. My stuff has been moved to the back of the toilet. Seriously though, how many hairbrushes does one person really need? Now to the fun stuff, my research team. I put together the most extensive research team, and after many hours and late nights, here are a few things that my team discovered. Keep in mind that this is actual data from a nationally recognized source with many years of experience. Let's start with John. First, my team found that John suffers from mouse ear syndrome. You can offer John your opinion over and over and over, but your opinion usually has no effect on John. He can see your lips moving, but your message goes in one ear and right out the other, which does not allow his brain to comprehend your message. Another finding about John is that it takes the average American about 6 minutes to reply to text. But John was off the charts at an astonishing average of 15 hours and 12 minutes. We do not have any medical research to back this up, but we do believe this is related to his mouse ear syndrome. And finally, which this will not come as a surprise as anyone, as James has already stated this is about John's closet. My team has received multiple calls from John Bon Jovi himself, requesting his white stain-washed jeans back. John, I think we can all agree, it's time to get out of the 80s. Now on to James. Through extensive interviews with those close to James, his lifelong dream is to own more handbags than anyone else in the world. John keeps selling those houses because he's going to keep me in those handbags. Next, based on the data collected over a 6-month period, we were able to establish that it takes the average American 55 minutes to get ready. James, however, based on the planned activities for any given day, can take up to an amazing 6 hours to get ready for the day. Our data also shows that James uses 4 times the amount of hair product than the average American. John, I believe this ties in the reason why you have it back in the toilet. All right, so now on to the serious stuff and why we're here. John and James wanted me to start out with a quick poem. We, unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight, lie coiled in shells of loneliness until love leaves its high holy temple and comes into our sight to liberate us into life. Love arrives, and in its train comes ecstasies, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity in the flush of love's light. We dare to brave, and suddenly we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. It is only love which sets us free. And that was a poem by Maya Angelou. Did I say that right, James? Close? I'm just glad I got the word timidity right. I don't even know what that means. Friends and family, this is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the new chapter in their lives together. These two have spent years getting to know each other, and we are here to witness what their relationship has become. Today they will affirm this bond, both formally and publicly. John and James, today you not only marry the right person, you also commit to being the right partner, the one with whom you can stand with and face the world, the one you can lift up and carry through struggles and trials, the one that will make you feel loved when sometimes this uncertain world can make you feel just the opposite. Guys, today's your day. I hope that as the years pass, that you might always be able to look back on this day and remember the special love that you have for one another. All right, it's time to get ready. Yeah, we're still good? All right, guys, please join hands. James, do you stop? James, do you take John to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, keeping yourself unto him as long as you both shall live? John, do you take James to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, keeping yourself unto him as long as you both shall live? Hey, may we have the rings, please?
Oh, we forgot the ring.
A ring is symbolic. A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have been joined together to represent this union. The ring is symbolic of infinity and your love for one another. When you look at these rings on your fingers, be reminded of this moment, your commitment and the love you feel for one another. James, take your ring and please place on John's finger and repeat after me. John, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with this pledge to love and support you today, tomorrow, and forever. And John, as you place the ring on James' finger, please repeat after me. James, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love with this pledge to love and support you today, tomorrow, and forever. You guys, if you'll join hands again. John and James, before these witnesses and by the power vested in me by the state of Nebraska, I now pronounce you husband and husband. Let's seal it with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present you John and James Curtis, husband and husband.
I was gonna try to sing the music for you.
I know it's a good ring. Sorry.